Something went very wrong with this video just now. Oh my God. Look. Yo. Oh man. Something went very wrong. Cause very, very wrong. Let me see. Yeah, because the people are already in here. No, nobody knows see nothing. The hell? Hey Wayne, give me some feedback real quick. Can you see me? Can everybody see me and hear me clearly? I can't even start my intro. Can't even start my intro. Yes, Miss Golly Robinson. Perlis 1, 2, 3, thank you. Penals 1, 2, 3, thank you. That sucks. I accidentally hit a orange button that I don't know what the orange button does. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello? Hello?
Good morning. You are perfect.
Okay.
We can hear you.
All right. No.
You are perfect.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Have a nice weekend now.
All right. You too, fam.
Okay. Bye.
All right. That's Mini Bob. I appreciate the check-in. I'm trying to figure something out. So the live was set up to go, and I accidentally hit this orange button on the screen that I've never hit before. I don't know what the orange button does, and it blacked this whole screen out and took me out of the studio. And then I had to come all the way back into the studio again. So I didn't understand what was going on. And everybody disappeared. Now everybody is back. So shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever it is you do for a living, shout out to you. Payroll attendees, barbers in barbershops, beauticians in beauty salons, hairdressers, nail techs, masseuse, massage therapist, whatever it is you do. Extra shout out, though, to the people who wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. Here we are on this beautiful Friday morning. Today is the 10th of the 10th, 2025, and we're happy to be here. And on days like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. We made it. Start off with a little hitch, but we're getting to it. We made it. I just wanted to make sure all the technical difficulties were out the way so everybody can hear and see and all these other things. Junior Copeland says, what Junior Copeland said? Love and prayers from the wonderful SouFLo family to the world. Istaman Vibration Positive Rastafari. Blessings, Junior Copeland. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody who is inside of the chat, green names, members. Let me give some shout outs real quick. We are going to run for about 2 hours this morning. I'm not seeing 3 hours or anything like that because we have some things that have to be accomplished. All right. Wayne Nathan was the first one in this morning. Well, from this, I seen the list before. It wasn't Wayne, but Wayne Nathan, first one in. Elaine Brown, thank you for being here. Who else is here? Mistress B talks health and wellness with a twist is in the building. Senior Sexy is with us. Sharon Spence is also here. Penals 1, 2, 3. Miss Goldy Robinson is here. Dorothy T is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Raddy's daughter, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Mervyn Point, Jamaica Kerr. Right there. The trip to Jamaica that we've been talking about for one lucky individual where your accommodations are taken care of and your transportation is taken care of. The only thing you have to do is make the time and pay for your own flight to and from today is the last day. Well, this weekend is the last weekend. By Monday morning, I will announce right here who that person is going to be, if there is going to be somebody. So get your requests in. For those of you who waited to the last minute and these kind of things, get your requests in over the weekend, because Monday morning, I'm definitely saying who it is, and we'll take it from there. All right. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr, big up yourself. Simon G is in the building with us this morning. Elaine Brown is here. Sharon Spence. Marilyn Grant's with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Kai Tai Jai Empress. Thank you for being here with the long locks. Junior Copeland, big up yourself. Thank you for being here as well. If I didn't call your name, no hard feelings. Marilyn Grant says, I was the first one today. Yeah, Marilyn, and that's why I said I saw it before, and I know it wasn't him. But when I hit that button that I've never hit that button before, and I've always seen it. I just accidentally touched the button, and it took me off screen and all that. My babies are going off to school, so, ooh. Let your sister go first, boy. Hi, watch my camera, boy. Thank you. Give me love up.
Hi.
Who you saying? Who you saying hi to? Oh, you want to say hi? We're not on that one. We're on this one. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Marilyn Grant, say you're forgiven. All right. This is Milani. Milani is off to school. And today is Friday. And you get out early. And I'm coming to get you. You ready?
With chips.
You ready to start with chips? Okay, mommy.
I want my rising chips.
You ready to start your weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my brothers and sisters.
With your brothers and sister?
Yeah, except for Farad.
Except for Far?
Yeah.
Far's going to be around. He's here.
He's Farad at his house with his brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Yay.
All right. Tell the people have a good day. Say have a good day.
Have a good day.
All right. And you go have a good day too, okay, mommy? Give me love up. I love you.
No.
I got no hug back from you.
Yeah.
Have a good day, okay?
Good.
All right. So look at these people. Tell them to have a good day.
Have a good day.
I love you, Papa.
Love. Mama.
All right. All right. The babies are off. Love you, Munchie.
Love you.
See you later.
Baby.
All right, the babies are off. Yeah, Senior Sexy. Kai's super tall. Kai's like the tallest around any of his age group, any peers that he goes around. I don't know if he's gonna stay with the tall gene, but because I've seen short women make very tall men, boys, very tall sons. So hopefully he doesn't get his mom's height, and he'll be hopefully he'll not get his mother height. His mom is not that short though. I think Shakira is like average 5. She's about 5'9", somewhere around there. She's around 5'9". Hopefully him get my height. All right. Let's get started. Before we even get started, for those of you who are from back in the day, like myself, do you remember anybody singing this to you? Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like one too. Anybody remember that? Let me sing it one more time. Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like one too. Y'all remember that? Okay. Well, I think the comedians and all those people from our era, where did I consider myself the generation that's stuck in between who they call old, and even though them are called we all know, but we're like stuck in between new generation and old generation, right? We're like bridge the gap generation. That's how I see us. We will be the old heads pretty soon, though. Let's not get it twisted. We're on our way. But grandfather Masclevy used to say, "Me a go and you a come." But there's a situation going on here where, and it's trending on media, where the teacher actually sang a little, and now it's a white teacher that sang a little black boy happy birthday in school, and she started out singing happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, you know, and how old are you now, the traditional thing. You seen it? I never heard it until I saw the video with the teacher. Nisha, really? Well, as you can see, a lot of people here know about it. So when I saw it, I was like, I didn't know how to feel about it. I'm gonna need more context to this story. Like, was the little boy singled out and he was the only one that this teacher ever used that towards to tell happy birthday? Or was it, for those of you who saw it, leave a comment. What did you think when you saw it? It was a little black boy in the classroom. His white teacher said, happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. The teacher said, okay, now we're going to sing, Marcus, the other happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You look like a monkey. And you smell like one too. Yay! Everybody went, yay! And little Marcus was like, if you observe the kid's body language, the kid wasn't like, yeah, they're singing happy birthday to me. He was puzzled, like, I look like a monkey? I smell like one too. I live in a zoo. Like, what the hell? You know? Roddy's daughter says she's bright. You say she's bright and feisty. Dorothy T says, big up yourself, Jerome. Good morning. Dorothy T says, I haven't seen it. Wow. Teacher should know better. Now, yeah, Patricia, that's what I got from it too. I got the look on that child's face said everything. The child was super confused. Now, here's the thing. Nisha says, in this climate, she shouldn't have sang that version of the song. And that is where I'm going to say this. The teacher is guilty of not using her discretion. However, and I'm not making excuses for her, I'm trying to bridge a gap here, right? That's why I started off by saying comedians that come from like our era, where we come from, they would be canceled today immediately. And I'm talking to Martin Lawrence's. Do y'all remember Def Comedy Jam? Y'all remember? Listen, Martin Lawrence would have been canceled a long time ago. I could give you some of his jokes right now. Bernie Mac had one of the most successful family-oriented shows on television. Bernie Mac would have been canceled right away. Bernie Mac had this thing in his comedy where he was like, oh, fuck a kid up. Say that today. I will fuck a kid up. And everybody would laugh. Parents would laugh. Kids would laugh. She come down the stairs talking about she always got an attitude. This little 6-year-old one acting like she want to run my house. I tell her, get upstairs, go to bed. I go to sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm thinking somebody breaking in my house. I hear noise downstairs. So I sneak down the stairs with my baseball bat. I flip the light on. I see the little girl over there by the fridge with milk and cookies. I said, what the hell you doing down here in my kitchen at this time of the morning? She said, I'm getting some milk and cookies. I said, if you don't put that goddamn milk and cookies down and take your ass upstairs and go to bed. Bernie Mac would have been canceled a long time ago. Oh, that's abusive. Oh, why do you use such language towards children? You know what I'm saying? And even some of the jokes that were told back then from adult to adult. But honestly, we grew up singing that. Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too. Ah! It was something that was supposed to be funny because we weren't looking at race. We were just making fun of each other. And it's not about, oh, people used to say you look like a monkey and your people look like monkeys and that's why it's racial. And it wasn't. I swear to you, it wasn't. White kids used to sing it to white kids. Black kids sing it to black kids. Hispanics sing it amongst themselves. I don't know. I grew up in a melting pot. I'm talking about growing up in Florida, growing up in Miami, Florida, to be specific. You had some of everybody there, right? So eventually you are part of that melting pot. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Me good. We do the Jamaican rendition one, which we think you know.
Which one? Happy birthday, for that?
No, man.
Oh.
Happy birthday. You put that in a dance, don't waste it.
See?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
So
wait, me don't remember the words for that one. Because I left Jamaica young enough. But what was that one again? Because there was one.
So you sing fast, like Miss Look. Happy birthday to you. You put your hand in a donkey doo-doo. Don't waste it, just taste it. Happy birthday to you.
Don't waste it, just taste it. Big up yourself. All right. Happy birthday to you. You put your hand in a donkey doo-doo. Don't waste it, just taste it. Happy birthday to you. You see? That's what I'm saying. Back then, there were so many renditions, so many versions of a happy birthday. But this is where the teacher went wrong. The teacher should have known, test the climate. Not test the climate, read the room. As in read the country that you're in. Read the climate of society right now and know that it's not going to go well if you as a white teacher sing that to a black student. My thing about that is, on the flip side of it, that could have been vindictive if that teacher has never done that before for any other student or only sings that to black students. There's one side of it where teacher sings that to everybody, black, white, whatever. Cool. On the other side, see, we don't know, and that's the piece of information that's missing for the public to decide if that teacher was being any kind of malicious, vindictive, racist, anything. We got to find out, how often does she sing that song? Because I'm pretty sure she has a birthday in her class almost every day, right? All of the picnic them can bond pan the same day, and she has a pretty big class. By what I could tell from that video, it's a lot of kids in that classroom. So how often does she give them the other version, or does she reserve that other version for black kids only? Then we would have a conversation. But I'm not really holding anything against that teacher yet. I'm not holding nothing against her yet. The only thing I'm holding against her is down. I wouldn't have done it, not today, because times have changed. Times have changed, and the things we used to think were funny back in the day are no longer funny. You'll get in trouble for what we used to just say back in the day. I'll give you an example. There was a dude that went to my school. Name was Lenoris or Dolores. This is North Miami Junior High. Anybody in here who went to North Miami Junior High with me, you remember Dolores or Lenoris, I think it was. That was the first trans person I seen. And this was way back in the day. This was when this was not popular to be. And he was the only trans person I had ever seen. Back then, we didn't call it trans person. We used to say, that's a faggot. Say that today, you in problems, right? This was a boy that dressed like a girl, and he was very flamboyant with his dressing like a girl, and he wasn't afraid to fight. So people didn't try him because he'll fight anybody. But he would dress like a girl, and he would speak like a girl, and he would have girl mannerisms, right nans. Back then, we used to say, Lenore said he, she. We used to say, his name was Lenoris. We used to call him Dolores. Right, and that was supposed to be like a funny take on his name. But It never went beyond that. Today, a grown man with a full beard could come in front of you and be like, I'm Keisha. Your ass better say Keisha. Especially if it's in a work environment, right? Because they have this, what do you identify as? And we're going to introduce you to everybody. What name would you like to be addressed with? And you go in there and say, my name is Keisha. And I have a husband. And my husband will pick me up after work so you can see my big, strong man. And everybody in there could be like, okay, hi, Keisha. Hi, how you doing? And if you ever say, your name ain't Keisha, dog, tell me your real name. Steve, Jack, Marcus. All he got to do is go to the front office. Hey, there's a fellow employee here. For some reason, he just can't call me Keisha. It's been established already. I'm Keisha. Every day he comes in here, he's calling me Jack, Steve, like he's trying to say I am not a woman. I am all woman. And you over there saying you not all woman. I see dick print in your damn skirt. You a man. Why you over here trying to be a woman? Fired. Fired. I don't give a damn how long you went to I don't give a damn how long you went to college for, what degree you got, how long you've been working with this company. Your whole career goes out the door with you. Fired. That's the time we living in now. So the things that we used to say back in the day and used to get away with and used to just, I think what it is we used to be realistic back in the day. And this is no throwing no shade at nobody, but we used to be more realistic back in the day. And now in the new age, I guess we are more accommodating of and inclusive is the word. We have moved into a more accommodating and a more inclusive era. Right. Remember Eddie Murphy Raw, that was raw and explicit. Eddie Murphy would get fired today. Half of the stuff he said on Raw. He would have got fired. He would not be working today. That is why stuff like that is like a classic that you have to go pick up and watch it on your own. They won't even run it on like HBO or nothing uncensored. On any of these new networks, uncensored. You know what I mean? It's a piece of classic material you have to go pick up. So I'm not really holding it against the teacher, but I was shocked when I saw it. And my modern self was very offended. Notice I said my modern self. My modern self was very offended. When I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? If that was my child, I'm at the school. And then I started reading the comments. Social media comments are very funny. If you read too many of those damn comments, you start thinking like everybody else in those comment sections. So here I was reading the comments, and I'm offended, and everybody else is offended. One person said, oh, I will catch that bitch after school. I'm dragging her by her damn hair. I'm slinging this bitch like a, and I'm like, me too. Yeah, like on to the next comment. Yep, she wrong as hell. They fire her ass now. I'm like, yep, I agree. And then I stopped. I said, hold up. Happy birthday to you, muscle memory. You live in a zoo. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too. Wait. I used to sing that. We used to sing that. We used to sing that to each other. It's a joke. It's a play on the original Happy Birthday. Oh, damn. I'm up here following everybody else, getting heated. Got to put this in context. And it made me think, you know what I mean? If anything, what she did, it opened up the door for a broader discussion. It opens up the door for us having to take a look at. Now, again, like I said, what they need to establish is, has she been doing that and reserving that song for black kids only? Because if she has, then she is wrong as, see, even right now in my speech, I got to fix myself because we used to say you wrong as two boys fucking in church on the pulpit. You can't be walking around here saying stuff like that today. You know what I mean? That's coming from a different generation, a different era. And the only thing it said to anybody, the first time I heard somebody say that, by the way, I was laughing my ass off. You can't even say laughing my ass off anymore. I put laughing my ass off, Instagram blocked my comment. It's just a different time. I just want to know, did she use that to black kids only? And if she did, she is wrong as hell. And if she didn't, and she actually sings it to everybody, it just so happened that today the video got out of her singing it to a black kid, then we have a problem. Right. If she did. If she did. So, I mean, take everything with a grain of salt, man. There's a lot of people are triggered, and rightfully so. I mean, look at the climate. Look at where we're living, what's going on right now. I think the country is more divided now than ever before. I think an agenda is being pushed, and there are a lot of people who are buying it. And out the window goes that we are the world, kumbaya, everybody hold hands. Let's get through this together. That's not now. That's very much not now. On purpose. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Good, you?
I'm good. Talk to me now. What go on?
Yeah, when I saw the video, man, it just looked weird. Even if, because he might the only black little boy in the class, they're not old enough to know that song.
Yeah, well, the video didn't pan out far enough for us to see all the other students, because I only saw like a few kids behind them. When the video pan out, it like pan out and shake back real quick, so I didn't even really see if for me to say like he was the only black kid in the class, but he was the only black kid in the picture, in the frame of the shot. Yeah.
Even some of the other little kids, them, because me I watch it, and even one of the little white boy at the back,
did look surprised.
Like, what the hell? Because me
he was like this.
The other kids, them, his face was like.
Yeah, his face was like the little white boy face was like.
Exactly. So I mean, I feel like we're singing, and why would somebody put the video out?
And who put the video out?
Exactly.
Now, whoever put the video out, I'm glad that they did put the video out. I'm not saying video stuff and hide it. I'm glad they did put the video out, but who put the video out? Because there's another thing here I'm trying to know. There's another thing here, and that is there are rules and laws that govern adults being able to video your little children in school and then put them on social media.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Right. So
it must be a reason why the person put the video out. You get what I said?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. She had sense. She knew what she was doing.
Jerome says the teacher put the video out. No, the teacher probably put the video out because she's in trouble.
Oh, I mean, I know, sir.
I don't know neither, but yeah. So what you say? She wrong for it. She shouldn't have done it.
She wrong. They're not old enough to know that song.
So you think she did it from a racist place?
I think she did it on purpose. Some people very bare face, you know. Because it's the body. Why I'm saying that is the body language of the other kids, like they never heard the song before. You get me?
That's a good observation. That is a good observation.
Because if she didn't sing it before, they would not look so surprised.
And they probably would have sang along too.
Exactly.
And nobody else sang along. Yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
They look like they didn't know what she was singing.
In that case, then that was out of place by far. And then all the other stuff I said online stands. Because I made a bunch of disparaging comments before me did draw myself together and say, I used to sing that too. You know? No,
me know the song too, but when we see the video, that was my first thought. It just seemed off.
Right.
I'm like, you read the room.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. All right, Sophie.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
That's a pretty sharp observation. The other kid's face and the fact that none of the other kids sang it while she was singing it. Usually, because the teacher said, let's sing him the happy birthday song, the other song. Obviously, she sang the real the first happy birthday first. And the video cuts on where she says, okay, now let's sing him the other version, and starts singing that version. And the other kids looked puzzled. I know I was more paying attention to the little kid, the little boy who was getting birthday sang to him. His face said everything to me. His body language, he started squirming so hard in his chair, and looking around, he was like. And then when the teacher started clapping at the end is when the other kids started to clap too. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, Flo. What's up?
Nothing much, my brother. What going?
What they are going? Yeah, no, I was saying that is the teacher that sent the video to the mom.
The teacher sent the video to the mom?
Yes.
I saw an interview with the mom. I really didn't take on much of what she was saying. I just saw the clip, though, so I didn't hear everything. And the mother is saying she is ticked off and she's moving her kid to another school and all these other things.
Yes.
Why she send the video to the mother?
I think she sent it to the mom because maybe she's innocent and she just thought it was funny. But when she sent it to the mom says
the mom was
she don't see this
more
funny.
ticked off. Yeah. She said she don't find it funny.
So the teacher called her out the man. She sent it to the mom. I think it was funny, but it wasn't to the mom. So that's what's happening. And that's what I see on the news.
All right. I had saved the interview with her. I can't find it, but I didn't.
But why you don't feel show? Or maybe because you have a child, since you don't want to show your audience the video.
I don't want to show my audience the video because the child is in the video, and I don't like showing people's kids. But he's in the news already, so
yeah, all over the news with his face out. I don't. Well, maybe you know first.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna go back to it.
All right, bro. All right, that was Jerome. I'm sure y'all know Jerome's voice by now. I don't know how to feel about it. I just think, at first I thought it was wrong as hell, and the teacher needs to be punished for it in some kind of administrative way. And then after thinking, without following the comment section that was leading me, influencing my thought, it dawned on me that we sang that song my whole growing up. But then now putting it into context, that's a new generation of kids, far removed from when I was a kid. And they don't know that song, so it's out of place. And is she singing that to black kids only? Just a lot to think about right here. Listen, I don't know. Do you think she should be fired for it though? Let's end it like this. Do y'all think that she should be fired for that? Dorothy T says, I'm sorry, that teacher is dunce. If the kids knew, how the hell she didn't know? I think the kids were confused. Well, yeah, these kids are growing up being taught about racism. And, you know, so being like probably the first time they heard that song, when they heard, and they're like, I'm sure little white kids' family are telling them, the good ones are like, do not go to school and call any of the little black kids monkeys. They're going to call us at home and you're going to get in trouble for it. It's not a nice thing to do either, right? You know how we have these pep talks with our kids? Like Milani walk around the house and she's like, Bomba clot, Bomba Ras clot. Sometimes Milani string Jamaican bad word together. And Bomba Ras clot, and we laugh it off, right? But then we're like, listen, you can't go to school and say that. But also, you better not say that around your grandmother. She can't say that around my mother. She can't say that around Shakira's mom, right? Not fired, but reprimanded. Mervin says, do you think that she would do it to another color? That's what we don't know, Mervin. That's the point of contention right there. If we can prove that she sings this to everybody, cool. If she only reserved this for a black kid, then there's a big problem. There's a big problem. I'll give y'all a story real quick. I'm going to cut this story really short. I told y'all there's a lot of racism in the army, right? Or in the military. A lot of racism in the military. When y'all hear me say stuff like people put their uniforms on, it doesn't change the core person that's in that uniform. You know what I mean? And the inside of the military is one of the worst places you could be and be of inferior rank to a racist. Because a racist with a superior rank can... they can F you up in every way possible. And it will be all about race, but they can easily make it all about something else. If I speak to you and I give you a command and I call you out of your name, like we were in the infantry, so you get called names, shitbag, dickhead, tent peg, fuckface, dipshit, all the and this is your superior officers, your superior soldiers speaking to you. Like, not normal. This is normal. Hey, shithead, come here. Yo, the first time they did that to me, I paused. And everybody else who I was walking with in a group, they ran to the sergeant that was, this time I just got in the army. I'm a private, right? Everybody ran to him. And I didn't move. Because hear me now, and my Jamaican self take over. He said, hey, dickhead, come here. And I didn't move. And then he said, tent peg, I'm talking to you. And I was like, who the fuck is this man calling a tent peg? A peg, you know when you set up a tent and the peg them where you use to hold on the tent? I'm like, immediately my mind was, first of all, he's Caucasian, I'm black. I'm like, this motherfucker called me a tent peg? I didn't answer to dickhead, and now I'm a tent peg. Get over here. So I jogged my ass over there. I'm like, this is the reality of being in the infantry. So I'm like, oh shit, this is when it's basic training. The hell is not on yet. Wait till you get to your unit. So I'm like, oh, I dismiss sign up for, and I'm jogging over there, right? And I get there, and he was like, hey, shithead, the next time I call you, now my mind is like, I'm assaulted, dickhead, tent peg, shithead. What the fuck? I'm looking at this man, I'm trying to figure out, my eyes are going like, because I'm trying to figure out. I got so used to the abuse, I started doing the same thing to other soldiers. I became that. I understood later on that dick means dedicated infantry combat killer. You a dick? Whoa! You know what I'm saying? You walk around now telling people you a dick, but when you first got in, you were so offended to be called a dick and a dickhead until you heard it meant dedicated infantry combat killer. You're like, what? Sign me up. That's me. You know? Man, I don't know. I'm trying to put everything into perspective. But being called those names, though, they weren't reserved for just one person. But the racists in there, the racists in the military, they would use their racism through their ranks. Worst place to be. They could give you an order, and then they can be like, who the fuck are you looking at like that? They'll write you up. Non-verbal disrespect to a non-commissioned officer. Then they'll have you doing all kinds of stupid stuff for your punishment, right? And it could range anywhere from 45, that means 45 days of lockdown, 45 days of extra duty. That means you work a full day of work and then you work through the night, and they're only giving you 4 hours sleep every 24 hours for 45 days straight. Turn you into a zombie, basically. They can slash your pay in half, reduce your rank, do all that stuff. If you have a family to take care of and you're in there and your pay goes, you don't get paid much anyways. I don't know if y'all know it, but most military people do not get paid. They get paid like Burger King money, McDonald's money. I think people at Burger King or McDonald's on entry level get paid about the same or probably a little bit more than those who are in the military. The reason why the pay looks attractive is because all of the incentive that goes along with the pay, right? So you're working, you're getting paid. You have a house that's given to you by the military. If you have a family, I had a beautiful 2-story house in a gated community that you could not get in if you tried. You had to go past long guns. They're sweeping glass under your mirrors under your car. You got to open your trunk. You have to open the hood. You got to do all kinds of stuff and present 2 forms of ID and still get permission straight from me to get in. So you get these things and you don't have no bills to pay. I didn't pay water, electricity, rent, nothing. So whatever little you getting paid, you could stack it anyways. Those are the incentives that goes along with it. But strip all that back, the pay is like the same pay as Burger King. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this because your young son or daughter just went in or is about to go in. And you're like, damn, SouFLo said they're not going to make no money. Nah, man, still send them in. But I'm telling you, when you encounter the racism in there and how they hide it, it can be the same thing as in, I'm chilling in the barracks one day. I went through the barracks and I heard David Allen Coe. I'll never forget that name. David Allen Coe. I want y'all to go look up David Allen Coe and some of his songs. And that's the first time I heard, I can't even say the name words to the songs, and I'm hearing it coming down the hallway. I'm like, who the hell is playing that in the barracks? I remember opening a door because the door was already like half open. I pushed the door open and I saw the big Confederate flag inside. Again, this is when I started to learn that in the barracks, in the common areas, we're one. Every room you go into, you enter a different world. And it's like 12 rooms down a long hallway, 14 rooms down a long hallway turned this way, another 12, 14 rooms, set up like a hotel. Every door you open in a barracks, you enter a different world. You will push one door and open it, you're like, what's that? You're in there cooking oxtail on a hot plate. It's a Jamaican soldier that is in the American Army, right? And you like, yo, I'm chilling in Mac's room. He cooked oxtail. I ain't never had oxtail before. Last week, he was cooking curry goat in there, and I never had that before either. You go one door over and open a door, and you hear something by, I'm gonna leave you because you fucked you a nigger. Oh, nigga lover. Close that door back because that's not my scene. Go down to another door. Open the door. You know, it'll be like hard head banging music in that door. Go down another door. It'll be some soldier who wants to be a rapper one day, set up his room with a recording studio and all this. It's like, it's a wonder living in those barracks and being in the military. But I was able to see the same persons who, when I push that door and I see the Confederate flag and I hear those words in those songs, when they put on uniform, oh, they were very crafty at using military law on their side, but effing you up and anybody who wasn't their kind up with it. That's why I always say, if you're police and you're raised as a racist and you throw a uniform on, you don't stop becoming a racist because you threw the uniform on. If you hate other people because of their skin color or their race or whatever, that doesn't go away when you put your uniform on. It is there. You're about to use that uniform to carry out whatever agenda goes with that hate that you've been taught or that you're feeling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing in these schools with these teachers. there, you've become a teacher. Doesn't mean that you weren't raised as a racist and you still are. It doesn't mean it flushes. This morning I enter my classroom, suddenly all my racism leaves me. No, it's the same racist person that's about to interact with your child all day. If you observe some of these schools, one morning I dropped my kids off, right? And I keep watching this one teacher because that one teacher, at first I said, she's grossly overweight. So at first I said, maybe, you know, she'll have like fat people problems. Why her face always skin up like that in the early morning? Because you pull into my kids' school and you can't open their door, right? They're supposed to open the door from the outside. So they got a bunch of people that open the door, let the kids out, and they say good morning, depending on who you greet. So I'm telling my kids, I say, hey, I noticed yesterday morning when I drop you off, and all the other mornings for that matter, when the people open the door and say good morning to you, you guys don't respond. So I said to Kaya Malani, I said, when you get to school and they open the door, when you hear them say good morning, you reply with good morning as well, right? I'm teaching my kids manners. This woman never say good morning. She never say, and when she sees my vehicle, she start acting like she got something else to do. She just standing there, just staring around like this. And I'm the only vehicle in front of her because all the other vehicles are being opened by somebody else. And she pick and choose which vehicle she opens. So I said, let me start watching this woman. And every time she had no choice but to open my vehicle, she'll open my door and then she'll just be like, and close the door back. So I went to another teacher. I said, hey, before I drove out the line, I said, good morning. Hey, it was one of them chippery teacher. Morning, welcome, have a beautiful day. So I stopped by her and I said, I wish everybody here was like you. Because, you know, we drop our kids off to school and imagine being greeted with a face as if they're not wanted here, or you're upset that they came here, or you're angry with somebody. You know, one of your teachers down there, that's her face every single morning for these kids. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Which one? I said, that one right there. She goes, okay, I'll. Like, she never said she'll look into it. She was just like, I'll. I was like, it's all right. And I drove off. But I can't help but to think it's the same thing. And she can't hide it. She don't really like black kids. And that's what I've seen. Now, me going every morning, dropping my kids off to that institution, thinking there's a teacher here that don't like black kids and she's not afraid to show it because she smiled with every other kid except for the black kids. And I've seen it because I've been observing her for morning after morning after morning. It's one of those things where you can't really call it out because you can't go to administration and say, hey, I've observed this teacher, blah, blah, blah. You know what they're going to look at you and say? Yeah, here we go with the race thing again. Miss Jones' face is always like that. I don't think she is singling out just black kids. She's probably like that with all the kids. And they're going to brush it off, and then it's going to go into this long, unnecessary back and forth thing, you know? So every time I see her now when I pull up to drop my kids off, I'm trying to make it so that she's not the one that opens the kid's door. I even took I took the child lock off the kid's door on that side yesterday. Because from now on, when I drop them off, if it's her there, I'm going to stop further up and push the door open from the inside myself and have my kids jump out and walk down. Instead of waiting for her to greet my kids with a screw face, pop my door angle open like she don't really want to do it, and screw face my kids as they come into school in the morning, you know? But that's where we live in, man. That's what we live in. That's the society we live in. That's the stuff that we have to put up with. That's the stuff we have to go through. And let me close this segment off by saying this. The trending word is fatigue. That's the trending word now. I hear people talking about black fatigue, white fatigue, all this, right? The trending word is fatigue. And this is exactly the reason why I scrape my ass up and be in Jamaica so quick. Like every single year, I have to reserve a time slot for when I escape. Because, I mean, Jamaica have its problems. Police killing people like sun, dirt, flies, and whatever else. But these aren't things I have to worry about. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, big brother.
Morning, family. What going on?
SouFLo family. Yo, you know, so I'm kind of off topic, but we want to come in there on that little video there on the beaches, man. Yeah, man, yo, that's some good journalism. I see him where the thing set, brother.
Oh, the one about the beach act.
The
and
Queen.
The
man
Jamaica's beaches.
Same way.
Yeah, Jamaica's beaches.
Yo, brother, you see the two party them JLP, PNP in official capacity, you know. All of them have HM before them. I think the PNP is His Majesty's Loyal Opposition, the People's National Party. And then JLP is His Majesty's Loyal Government, the Jamaica Labour Party. So neither of them is our government. The monarch, you, a good journalism you do.
Big up yourself, brother.
Good journalism.
Big up yourself. And I'm glad you watched the video too, because usually when
watch you all it, I say, yo, them people are Virgin. It's weird down here for a 90% black country, Virgin.
But watch this now. That's the problem. The problem is when you try to wake up your people or educate them or show them what go on at least. Most people today are distracted. Them not in that. I don't know them want. If we are talking about Rosalie lose our picnic them man, which broadback, frogback, big girl. So she was stuck with till morning light to keep our man and wash body and all that. Everybody is interested and them pay millions of attention to that. But when you tell them how the system actually run, why you're losing all your beaches in Jamaica and why they're able to restrict the population, born and raised Jamaicans from more and more beachfront property, is because all the beaches in Jamaica are owned by the Crown. It is called Crown land. The King of England that a theme something and all these things. They're not interested in that. They just rather be like, SouFLo, use your platform and say something about why we are lose all with beach access them now. But when you do a video to explain to them why they are, them just skip that and go to something else and then come back later, come ask if you do the same thing again. So, you know, the information is out there, but we people them don't really care about what information is out there. Was it in a writing or in a book? You know them have a saying where them say if you want trick we put all the information in our book.
Yeah.
Because we not read.
We write the book first, you know, and then you will slavery and will lynch it out of we.
Well, but you know.
Me I go say this, right? Because me have to cut go a word.
Yeah.
Yo, you see, what me see since me come back, you have Jamaican like you and Jamaicans are come back. And right now, you see what them do with the FinSac thing and then they sabotage a middle class. Them a try to do that again, but them can't do it like how them do it back then. But it would have seemed like that's the agenda because, like you say, a tide of go on, and it's not everybody blind, but you have some people down here comfortable in a poverty and being encouraged to be comfortable in poverty.
Yeah.
Look, you see a thing the other day which was common sense. How the police commissioner go come on TV and tell people, say, I know the police do that. You know how much money forget them police regalia? Which man you know are going to spend all them money to get all them police something just to run up in a tenement yard? A joke thing, I would them tell you, I must have done them a deal with.
We're going to have a different conversation on that still, but manners and respect.
Yeah, man. All
right, sir. Yeah, a bit off topic. All right, so let's get past the whole, you smell like a monkey and you look like one too and you live in a zoo and all that. We've gone far down that rabbit hole. Let's come back up and let's get into another topic for this morning. We got a lot of stuff to talk about and I'm not supposed to be on here for too long. 9:30. At the most 10 o'clock, we should be done here. Yeah. Exhausting. That's where I left off at. Exhausting. That's why I wanted to see me in a Jamaica. I'm there in the bush, up a country there. I'm free. Because we don't have to worry about, you know, the one thing that you can't change. That's the thing. You can't, as a black person, you can't get up in the morning and say, I'm going to be white today. And society is going to accept me better, especially those who are that, but have these ideas and then they are in power, in a position of power. So me I feel like nice to them. I tell all of you who are from the Caribbean, we're not across America. I know we're very thankful to be here. We're glad we're here, and we enjoy every opportunity that we've been given here, and all the resources and all the benefits and stuff that we've been able to exploit to build a nice life for ourselves and our family. That's where we're coming from. So it's not a bad talk. It's just that for your mental health sake, you need an escape. You need an escape. And I would advise everybody to plan at least one escape per year, just for your mental health sake. Because living under certain vibes all the time, constantly, it's like being in a pressure cooker. That's the best way I can describe it. Is being in a pressure cooker. And when you can get yourself out of the pressure cooker anytime you can, is a good thing. See? Moving right along though. That wasn't, that wasn't even on our board this morning. What the brother was talking about just now is a video I put up yesterday after doing some research because I saw a sister online talking about it. Now, the funny thing is, after I put up my video, I see, I saw all these other headlines coming out of Jamaica talking about the beaches in Jamaica are owned by the queen or owned by the king. This is like a couple hours after my video was up. So I guess the word is getting around. Either that or we must be thinking the same thing at the same time. So I went and looked up under the act that allows them to do that and all that, and wagwan with the beat. This is a really important video for y'all to watch. And then you'll understand why things are set the way they're set. I broke it down to even how they can't change that law unless it goes through X, Y, and Z person, and which X, Y, and Z person will never approve of that being changed, along with others' laws. So it's an important video to go watch. And shout out to that brother for actually watching the video, paying attention to what was being said, and all the point of references I gave in that video, just so no say, I didn't pull it out of thin air or make some stuff up in it. Roddy's daughter says, I do that. Have to go home every year. Yeah, it's healthy. It's healthy, and I encourage everybody else to do it. If you're from Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent, Dominica, Haiti, wherever you're from, take your ass back at least once a year, man. At least get yourself a good 1 week decompression. Because you stay here and mad out. You stay here and mad out, for real. I don't know, everybody can take pressure. Say a whole heap of people me see here who are from home, other Caribbean islands, and you could tell a lot of us are coping well, but there are those who aren't coping so well. They're not coping so well. Them crack under the pressure. You understand? Them crack under the pressure. Let's talk about a couple of things going down the line. Let's see where we start. Somebody said something about how many tickets Vybz Kartel has sold for the year. I'll keep it frivolous for another couple of minutes. Here's a question. Dancehall music in session? No. We're coming to the end of the year, and the argument is, who is the dancehall artist of the year? People are arguing that Massacre is the dancehall artist of the year. People are arguing that Vybz Kartel is the dancehall artist of the year. They haven't put anybody else in contention. The only two contenders are Massacre versus Vybz Kartel. Bam. if you were to pick, who is the dancehall artist of the year this year for you? Definitely Vybz Kartel. I
actually really love Massacre.
Yeah, we know.
So, yeah.
She did a talk about she actually really love Massacre. I say, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. Cause she play Massacre music so till like that thing was on repeat. Yeah, that thing was on repeat till all my daughter coming at the house every day. I sing it till I was like, yo, when you bring her in your vehicle, please find something else for to play, because now she thinks that, you know, like, and she's just going around singing it. So the question of the morning is this: we're gonna take a wife will not take a poll there, but we're going to you see how cultural differences in America. You're like, we're going to take a poll right now. We're going to take a poll right now. Why? You're a big man, boy. I got to take poll. We're going to take a how should we say it now? Put the number them on the screen. a one for Kartel, a two. See there again. Yo, our culture is different. I'm gonna say a one for Kartel, a two for Massacre. Massacre gonna say why, dog? About two. Cause in a few language, two being doodoo. At that level, I respect the half MMG. We're gonna take a survey right now. Diva, thank you. Save me. We're gonna take a survey right now. We're gonna do a 1 for Vybz Kartel, a 3 for Massacre. Okay. More see it on the screen. Dancehall Artist of the Year for 2025. The award goes to. Let me see. Jay Robinson says Vybz Kartel 1 and a few for Massacre. Roddy's daughter said 1 and 2. Nan says 1. Adija Palmer. Ferran says 1. Wayne says 1. Seben TV 1. Roddy's daughter 1 and 3. It can't be 1 and 3. Roddy's daughter. It has to be 1 or 3. 1 or 3. Can't 1 and 3. You see how you're unruly? Donna Davis 1, S Diva 1, Nisha 1, Jerome Pearson, Vybz Kartel 1, Rizabella 1. See, I'm not getting overwhelming number 3, a Massacre vote. I'm not getting it. Grace James 1, Vybz Kartel, Kaitaja Empress 1, Boss, Rizabella 1. It's not adding up. I'm not seeing live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
You know, you're perfect when you're ready.
What?
You know, say that's not the significance of the number in a Jamaica, you know. You know.
Why?
It's a critical, sometimes bad. You know, say a BB, nobody no one, they call them number 2.
Yeah, that
no, but 2 means doodoo in a Japan as well in the cash pot.
But you see though, but yeah, no Jamaican man no one you refer to him as no number 2.
But it literally mean a load of that too.
Exactly. You know that me say? I that me say. But me no want Massacre feel like say me I diss him them way there. That's why I say give me a 3 for Massacre, not a 2. All right, big up yourself.
All right, but she are dead. So I'm dead.
God. Oh God, see that she are dead man. Yeah. Oh, well, appropriately, because if it's a race I go on, him dead in another race, yeah. Right? Friend says, for me, none of them. Well, friends, you are like the person where it's time to vote and we say vote JLP or PMP and you just sit down at your yard. We say vote Democrat or Republican and you just sit down at your yard. So you're not voting any of them. Lil Red Gucci says 1. I haven't seen a list of 3. Big up Lil Red Gucci. Thank you for being here. I'm going to say this shortly and move on to our next topic. Watch this. There is Vybz Kartel did this year, 2025, he did more than all of them have done in their entire career. He did more than them that they have done in there, and anyone that you pick, you can pick nobody out of dancehall genre, whether old school, big time, and new school, hot right now artists, or wherever, that has done what he's done just this year alone. So if it come down to, which it is, that's the argument right now, who gets dancehall artist of the year, you gotta either like be a real hater or a real hypocrite to go choose somebody else. Whether you like him or not, that's undisputed. It's undisputed. You see the levels he's on? We're not even talking about how much he commands for a show and people think he's worth that much and pays it. We're talking about his pulling power to a venue. He's the headliner. Sometimes he don't even have anybody on the ticket but himself. People will be added later. That I've never seen that. People will be added later. Everybody else, when they get on a ticket, it's them and everybody else that's going to be on the show, or people ain't going, or they're like, after me now I'm going to see him alone. Then better add 10 more people to that. I've seen quite a few times. It's just Cartel alone first for like a whole couple of weeks. And of course, you hear people saying, him alone can't pull off the show. That it can't be him alone. And then last minute, they like add everybody else kind of thing. So what he's done this year, and the talk is this, oh, it's a hype. Because Fiem's concert them is like sing-along, an old school something that. And when the hype is done, nothing else is going to be there. Well, whether it's a hype or not, whether it's old songs that's carrying harm or not, it's called a catalog, my friend. A catalog. If your catalog bang today with songs that you did in 2001, a song that you did in, you the man. You are the man. So he is that man. I seen him put out a video, a message to the people who are having this competition thing, yeah, because they're getting ready to give out awards, right? And he said, your favorite artist's level of delusion needs to be studied. And I agree. I agree. Because it's only him. He sits at the top by himself. We don't even have another dancehall artist that is doing it close to that, what he's doing. We don't. We have other dancehall artists that are doing good, but nothing close to that. Now, I've been wanting to address this I saw Massacre on a video 2 days ago where he said, Clash, I love the Clash thing. Cause it give me a way for like exercise, man. And the person who was playing it cut it off and put a meme of somebody saying, liar, liar. Just leave that alone. I said it before, I say it again. Just make your music, bro. Make your music. Massacre makes good music. I'm not going to be no hypocrite. I said the throne is there for the taking, as in it's not safe. So Vybz Kartel himself can't even lapse on what he's doing and put nothing in cruise control right now. I know him said, not even I know how I do it, like not even him know how he does it. But he can't lapse because Massacre is a close contender for that crown as new king of dancehall, but he's gonna have work to do. Work to do. It ain't close like he can wake up tomorrow and be that. It's not close like he's gonna drop one album next and that will make him the new king. It's not close like a couple hot singles next and he is the new king. When I say close, I mean he is the next closest thing to getting there. And we ain't talking Clash. We're not talking Clash, because Clash alone can't make you that. You have to have relevancy in the... For those of you who don't understand, you got to have relevancy. You have to be somebody who is always current. That's hard to do. You have to be somebody who set trends. Set trends. You have to be somebody who move the meter on the cultural scale. Like when the people them see you a do, I hit them a do. What the people them hear you saying that's what them run gone with. You dictate what the new talk is, what the new slang is, what the new style is, how you look, dress, all that. All that has to tie into the fashion, the music, everything. And then, of course, you have to have the music to back it up. And, you know, Massacre work on it. And he makes great music. Can't take that away from him. But I'm afraid of clash. So he cannot go around saying he is the most dominant either. And Massacre is there, but Alkaline is also there. And Alkaline is, I was saying earlier that it comes a point now where Massacre looked like he had surpassed Alkaline. That was right before Vybz Kartel come out of prison, because Alkaline had gone quiet. Like him hit cruise control and was chilling. Too chilling. And Massacre was just heating up and dropped 2 classic albums back to back and like took over the reign where we weren't seeing Alkaline. The only time we see him when him do film on show New Rules. So now I'm saying Massacre has leveled up to Alkaline. And Dessa is where it is. So as close as Massacre is to the throne, Alkaline is about that close to the throne too. So I told them figure war that out and then move forward as who is the next man. But I also now know that Massacre is super afraid of Alkaline, for sure. I'm afraid of Alkaline. And I'm saying it out loud. So, and Kartel never afraid of nobody. And to be king, you can't really be afraid of anybody. You have to like step out and show, say, you know, you are that guy. That's why everybody, even who don't like him, respect him, because they know he not afraid of them. Imagine being looking at somebody, right? And you said to yourself, yo, me want war that boy, yeah, I know. But you me know saying we tear off my head still, me now. But man, but well want war, me know. That's Kartel. You know? He's that guy. So the award for the Dancehall Artist of the Year 2025 undoubtedly goes to a Vybz Kartel. On another note, musical note now, just to put this out there, I'm spinning Yeeza's album. Yeeza's album is Star of the East. I'm spinning Self-Love, Lila Ike album. I'm spinning Vybz Kartel album, but Chronics. Oh man, I was listening to Exile, bits and pieces from Exile, Chronics' new album that is on its way. Ready now. Chronics went into exile, and remember I said Chronics was missing, and we were over here making a joke where I said the last time I saw Chronics, he was out in the streets and he didn't have a microphone, right? And he was like, and you know, it is us, the people, and who have to do this cause, like him I say, you know, greatness runs in our veins and everything. I'm here. Go suck your mama, dirty Rasta boy. And I was like, damn, why are they talking to him like that? And then he kept talking, and me hear, you never hear what me say, let me say it again. Go suck your mama, dirty Rasta boy. Move your thinking, black. And me say Chronics like, okay, me I take one myself. Maybe they're getting too, cause people get disrespectful when you make yourself too available. People will respect you when them can't see you too much. But you see, once them start see you every day, then them start take liberties of you. So Chronics took away himself. Everybody was like, damn, where's the music? Where am I do? Me see people I said the Rasta boy mad out. Can't come up with no good song again. Gone in a depression. People talk all that foolishness, right? Chronics, I think, just dropped an album that is definitely going to be a classic. I heard it, and it reminds me of people like Peter Tosh and Bob Marley them. And the biggest thing out of his album for me, from what I've heard so far, is it don't sound like everybody else stuff that's out here. It's hard to make stuff that don't sound like everybody else if you're submerged in what everybody else is listening to. That's the reason why I told y'all that I know, because me bad mind are not know why I don't follow others who do this. I don't follow them because I don't want to sound like anybody else. If I think of a topic or I see a topic trending or something when we think we need to do a video upon, I want to go do my own research for my own opinions. Let people tell me in the comment section, say, SouFlo, I don't think you say you didn't know this already or blah, 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 whatever. But I'll take that hit than for me to go listen to X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and then come back sounding like everybody else I listen to. Regurgitated and spitting the whole same thing they did. And I think Chronix did that with this album that he got coming out. He went into isolation and he came out with a gem. It got bad. I don't know if y'all have seen or heard, but it's going to be something wicked. It's going to be something of a collector's item. You know? Rizabella says, that's why I like Massacre's La Cabre. It's very unique and I love it. Cool. But that now going to give him Artist of the Year, though. A one nice song don't give you Artist of the Year. Not when you are competing against somebody who is working as hard as a Vybz Kartel. And I'll close this segment off by saying this. That's one of the biggest things that keeps Vybz Kartel ahead of everybody else, is that he works hard. If you work, you have to study your competition, because it's a competition. You have to study your competition. If you want to surpass what that next person is doing, watch how they're working and outwork them. That's it. The formula sounds simple until you try to do it. And that goes for anything in life. Anybody you see out here that you emulate and you think, I want to reach those levels and surpass it, study them. Watch their work ethic. And when you see their work ethic, pattern yourself after that work ethic and then outwork them. I guarantee you will achieve it. But the thing is, not everybody is built for that kind of a work ethic. Your mind has to be in a place where you're saying, I want to be the greatest at this. I don't know if y'all ever seen Kobe Bryant's Black Mamba mentality the video, his documentary. Kobe Bryant said after every game, he went right back to a basketball court, whether win or they lost. And the other players are like, we just won 4 in a row. Why are you going back to the court? Go home and rest, bro. Go home, be with your family and stuff. And he was like, in his mind, he said, I'm chasing greatness. It comes at a sacrifice. Yeah, you're going home to go hug your wife. She's going to be happy you're home. He did his game. He got back to us. My wife's going to be mad as hell, or she's going to have to learn to deal with it for now, understanding what I'm trying to build, the legacy I'm trying to build. So straight from the game, find a court, and I'm trying to sharpen up on everything that I'm weak at. So if me and you practice for 4 hours on Monday, but after practice you went home and I went to another court and did another 4 hours of practice, on Monday, I'm already 4 hours ahead of you in sharpening my skills. Compound it. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. By the third day, 4 times 3, 12 hours ahead of you. Compound it by weeks and then months and then years. In 2 years' time, I'm a way better basketball player than you are. And that's his mathematics to the Mamba mentality. That's exactly the mentality that Vybz Kartel operates off of. Mamba mentality. So in order to outwork somebody like that, you have to like live, eat, breathe, sleep. That's something they call dancehall, because that's what he does. I don't know how he does it. I wake up. I don't even try to keep up no more. I just enjoy like everybody else. I wake up one day, I see new video out, new song out, but he's on a plane heading to somewhere. So I'm like, how the hell new video and new song drop Monday morning, but Monday afternoon he's heading to Europe. He's on the plane heading to Europe. And I'm tracking social media. The pictures are being posted in real time. I'm seeing him on the plane and it's taking off, or he just landed in the UK. And by the time the man landing at the UK, one next song drop with a video feed. And I'm like, where the hell he get time to do all this? Then him go shell down a big show, thousands of people in attendance, it's sold out, rampacked to the ceiling. One day pass, he's on his way to, say, Malta or France or wherever. And by the time him reach, there's one song drop. This song don't come with no video yet. It's just a next song drop. Like, you gotta be, you have to really live that. Sleep, eat, breathe it. To want to be on that, to even be close to that. Right? And that's one of the things that I think that a lot of people are short on, who are trying to, like, say, level up and take the crown possibly. You have to go outwork the Monday, and the Monday work too hard, bro. Massacre music is good, but he has not done quarter of what Cartel has done, or quarter of what Vendetta Boss does, to be honest. Sam and Madeline, I agree. I agree. You know, the next thing that I think Massacre would have to do is have his own concert. Like how Vybz Kartel now has Freedom Street and has taken Freedom Street globally. Vendetta Boss himself have New Rules and has taken New Rules globally. Now he's done New Rules Canada. He's done New Rules a few different places in the US, Florida, New York. He's done New Rules in Jamaica multiple times now. And I think UK is up next. New Rules UK is coming next, right? So he's taking it globally. Popcorn is there too. Popcorn did it too. Unruly Fest. Popcorn paved the way with that too for the newer generation. So Popcorn have Unruly Fest too. He already did Unruly Fest UK. He already did Unruly Fest Canada. He's on the road internationally with his thing too. So as much as we're here saying Massacre and Alkaline, we can't forget to Popcorn did it. It's a hard content. It's a hard content. Rizabella says, SouFLo, don't get me wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. You said it's going to be different, and I concur due to that song grabbing my attention because it doesn't sound like all the other music. Yeah, man. Rizabella, you could disagree with me. It's cool. You don't have to agree with me. We don't have to agree with each other, man. We just have to respect each other. But I got exactly what you said when you said that. Yeah, the song grabs your attention. The song is different, and that's cool. And I said Massacre makes great music. But one song, I'm just saying that in general for everybody, one song will not get you Artist of the Year, Dancehall Artist of the Year, especially if you're working against somebody like a Vybz Kartel. Because him put out 20 bad songs for the year and you put out one. You see? Cartel 2 first shows in Canada already sold out. Canada look like it's going to be a pandemonium. I see one girl make one video. She said, yep, it's time for me to go sell Pum Pum now. Because I left a comment. I said, yeah, I'll sell Pum Pum a long time. Stop. But she was like, yep, I think it's time for me to go sell front now. Because these prices, these tickets in Canada, and it's sold out. I'm going to see our next brother do a video from Canada. And he was like, all these people, the same message I said, all these people who are saying, oh, the ticket them too expensive. I'm not going to see no Vybz Kartel for that price. He said, how about, just be honest with yourself. Your bank account said you can't go. It wasn't you that said you weren't going. It was your bank account that said you can't go. Because it's sold out now. So apparently a lot of other people found a way to go. Right? But this thing where you come on social media talk about it, the ticket them myself is too much and him no work that much, and just sit back and watch greatness in motion, man. Nobody else ever did it like this before. Just be thankful you're here to witness it. And one more thing. Do y'all remember before Cartel even came out what I said about dancehall music? Do y'all remember? I said dancehall music needs somebody to take it back to a level where it was like in the 90s, where a bunch of outsiders from other genres of music, A-listers, are wanting to be a part of our genre again, you know, and where I want somebody to come set the pace so that my brothers and sisters who do dancehall music can start collecting some big checks. But the person who's supposed to do that, and the only person I think who can do that is in prison. So we are hoping him get free. Look at just the other day, I feel like I just repeated myself from 15 minutes ago how quick this happened. He's setting a stage. He's setting a precedence. After this, the newer dancehall artists, them, or even the old school ones who can now up them price and their value, because dancehall hot again. Where is Afrobeats? I haven't even seen Afrobeats since Cartel come out. And I find that very weird. Where is Afrobeats? Yeah, we know Burna Boy and he's still there. And I've seen like Cartel, when he did do him show in the UK the other day, he brought out, forgot what his name is. Baby, come down, come down. But where Afrobeats gone? That's what you call powerful. That's what you call powerful, right? Nisha says, SouFlo, you predicted a lot of things in dancehall related to Vybz Kartel, and they have manifested. Because I knew that he was the person to do it. I knew he was the person to do it. I also used to think that this vessel that we call dancehall, right? I was looking at it at a different angle. I was looking at it as it's a tool or a mechanism, if you will, that has turned many Jamaicans who into millionaires. Now, you know, anything that's out there that they don't control, that is turning ghetto picnic them into millionaires and able to take care of not just themselves, but their whole circle. Mommy, I get new house, and daddy, I get this and all nice things, and me take myself gone over here, so I buy properties now. I'm a real estate investor now, coming out, spend out my money foolishly, blah, blah, blah. Kids are going to good school, this, that, and the other. Somebody is looking back and saying, we need to tap into that because there's a lot of money over there that's moving around that we need some of. They're getting too much. Look, a young youth like that not even go to UE. Him not go to no university. Him not have no education out. Him not even graduate high school good. You know, same just shipping a Mercedes-Benz convertible and then a Ross Range Rover back of that. Him never buy it here locally, you know. Him ship it in. You know, so we have to get our hands in at this. And then they started figuring out a way how to sabotage it and how to sabotage the leader of that mechanism. That's how I was looking at dancehall. So I'm like, yo, somebody is working purposely to make sure, say, them stifle the hell out of dancehall because it is powerful. A lot of people look at it as just beats and you wind up your body and you dance and bust two blank and boom, boom, boom. Nice song. I've been looking at it at a whole different angle over the years. Like, this is something, a wheel in motion that is taking a lot of ghetto youths out of the ghetto, out of poverty, putting them in positions in life to see the rest of the world, take their whole crew with them, and have nice things. This is powerful. They have to guard it. They have to guard it. So in come the powers that be now. Everybody visa cut off. For we don't know. We just feel like, you know, unassess certain things about certain people. So everybody visa cut off. Can't travel. And all the other stuff that was put in place to stifle it. Take the head of it that everybody was following, trying to be. Lock him in a prison for a good while. See if we could dim his influence. The man come out more powerful than him going there. I have more influence now than he ever had before, which is crazy. which is crazy because the average person goes to prison for 5 years. When they come out, everything run gone left them. Everything. So to go in for 13 and come out more powerful than you were before, as in powerful as in influence, powerful as in financially, powerful as in being able to move about. Remember, I know when Cartel come out, them a laugh of time, you know. People used to say, when Mr. Cartel run the place, them say, my youth, Cartel run Jamaica. And not even Jamaica, only some part of Jamaica. It's only Uno who grew up with him think him a run nothing. Him can't even travel, him can't go nowhere. So people all don't even know who him is in Canada. Because a long time him not reach England. Long time him never go Germany yet. And all these things. I say, wait till him come out and him can move around. Watch and see what gonna happen. Look at what's happening. Him come out, him a move around. The rest is history. Nobody else can bad up themselves because anywhere they can travel to, he can travel to there also. As a matter of fact, him just left there. So when you are going to bad up yourself now and say, run Canada, and then not even know Cartel of Canada, well, he sold out back-to-back big venue in Canada, and you never do that. The talk is even now. New York with them, we run a place in New York. New York not see Cartel from 19 how long? Well, he tripled the Barclays. Back to back, day after day, and then went back again like a couple weeks later again. You never do that. And you can't do it. Where I gonna say no? So the playing field is level now. You know? You notice Cartel come out, even the trap style is fading out. Exactly. That's what you call influence. Exactly. The video was on the rise until Vybz Cartel came back. That may I tell you, where did Afrobeats go? Afrobeats was hot. Matter of fact, Afrobeats was so hot, all we that talked about was Afrobeats, like dancehall is fading, Afrobeats has taken its place. Remember, we had that discussion regularly. And we're trying to figure out why Afrobeats took dancehall place. Maybe because they don't curse a bunch of bad word in there. Maybe because them not use gun song and talk about Maro splash out on wall and all these things. Maybe because, and we're trying to figure out how the hell did Afrobeats take away all the momentum from dancehall. Them even have an Afrobeats chart in the US and don't have no dancehall chart. That's how much respect Billboard has for that genre of music. Them all give them one genre over dancehall. Still don't have no genre yet, you know. Dancehall is still mixed up with reggae. So you have to go compete with Junior Gang them and the Marley family and the Chronics them and those who do that one-drop traditional reggae. You have to go compete with them now, mix it up with dancehall now. They didn't even respect dancehall enough to say Billboard dancehall segment. But Afrobeats got theirs. So Afrobeats was running the place for a while. And they come in like the same day Cartel come out of prison, Afrobeats go sleep and don't want to wake up yet. Straight up. It literally looked like the day he got out, Afrobeats went in the bed and pull up the sheet them, put them head on the pillow, and they've been chilling ever since. I find that funny though. Like, I don't know how that happened. I don't know why it happened, but that's what it was. Honestly, there's enough out there for everybody to get, and Afrobeats could run the place just like dancehall running the place, and two of them do it at the same time and then cross genres and do collaborations. And that's what I want to see. I want to see my Jamaican artists them touring out the entire continent of Africa, because that's a whole nother market over there. Remember, I know, for the people them who say people are only hyped because Cartel was missing for a while. He hasn't touched film yet. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What going?
Good.
Talk to her.
Hey, could it be that the powers that be lock up dancehall in a prison and then decide to promote Afrobeat?
I don't put it
past.
past.
And then dancehall come out of prison.
And it's time for Afrobeats to chill.
Yeah.
I don't put it past. I don't put it past. Because the way I've been looking at it over the years is exactly along those lines. So I don't put it past. That's a good observation. I don't put it past.
Yeah, I saw me I see it.
Yes.
Later.
All right, big up yourself. Even that to Rizabella, even reggaeton dead out. All right, dead out. Once this man back on the scene. Which is pretty weird. It kind of made me look on it like Marie just said. That's Marie's message 411 TV. It kind of made me look at it like somebody is behind the scenes, like pulling strings and doing their puppet thing. But either way, the award for Dancehall Artist of the Year, hands down, no argument, goes to Vibes Cartel. We'll have to go outwork him for that. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Well, brother, how you doing?
My dad, King, what going?
On your program as usual, but I feel really say something straight to you and your audience. Jamaica is more influential than the world thinks. And we Jamaican think we always think locally, but we don't see certain things internationally. What you're talking about is something you want to do something straight. Babsy Grange know what you are talking about. And you must ask yourself why Africa is calling for Jamaica so long, but none of the prime ministers except Michael Manley are trying to make that link happen, because there are billions waiting there for the Jamaican industry. The Lumi, go. Remember, I mean, I'll touch about the Lumi, you know. All the politicians in Jamaica have been Lumi, you know, because I told you 2, 3, 4 years ago in a Corona time, said everybody will go gold because you need currencies which are and I'm only saying that to say this. This was an African initiative for the whole diaspora. But the powers of that be in Jamaica, them try to discredit it. Queen of Sheba, yes, of Sudan, residing in South Africa, she put trillions of dollars in gold for black people all over the world to start that currency. But our government did not take part into it. And you asked me recently what I think about the third party. I'm going to say the same thing. As long as they abide by this Westminster system, they are not there for the upliftment of black people, which is more than 90% of the Jamaican population. So come back to cartel. You know, I'm a cartel fan. Right, you're the person who started, and I did my research. And then based on my musical background and my knowledge, based on my work, we said, oh, so these people in Jamaica, the Minister of Culture, they are not really for promoting Jamaican culture because they hate Rasta, but they still call Bob Marley Dutchy Rasta in the back of their mind, but they use him to welcome the tourists into Jamaica.
Right.
Jamaica is a place where they will kill your SouFLo and then you pick them broke on SouFLo Street. That's how we do it. We mob you while you're alive, and then we kill you, and then, yeah, that's how Jamaica stay. We worship the dead. Nobody will give you flowers when you're alive. But it's a call to give you flowers because you're a visionary. Have a nice day.
Manners and respect, my brother. So in short terms, it is all by design. It is all by design and far bigger than what our eyes see. Yeah. Kataja Empress says reggaeton is dying because of all of the lawsuits that they're facing from Jamaican artists for copyright infringement on intellectual properties. And you know what, Kataja Empress? It just went before a judge, and the judge was supposed to decide if it had merit to go forward, or if they could throw the case out. The judge said it has merit to go forward. Because you know them are going to listen to the similarities in the composition of the beats and all these things, the cadence and everything, and was it copied? Did you just rip off somebody's stuff? Everybody knows that reggaeton is straight off of dancehall music, starting with the dembow rhythm, which was made popular by, this is from Steely and Clevie, but was made popular by Shabba Ranks. And it's not even dembow, the name of the rhythm is. We started calling that rhythm dembow rhythm because Shabba Ranks had a song on the rhythm called Dembow. Dembow, 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 dembow. Man on that table, me say that him. Y'all a clean rifle, me say that shit. And that's how we start call the rhythm Dembow rhythm. Because a Shabba song named Dembow, make we call it that. I think the rhythm is actually called Fish Market Rhythm or something like that. And then them come up with one whole thing in Panama, was it? That's called Dembow music, off of the Dembow rhythm. And then it went from there back into Puerto Rico, back into Dominican, all the other places that now have what they have today, and they have reggaeton. So they did rip off dancehall music, and I think it's going to stand in court. However, I think when the payout comes, it's going to come so late that those who invented that and got ripped off won't be around. I think one of the producers already passed away, right? So your money are going to come now, and it's going to go to your estate, because you won't be around to enjoy your money. But I've never enjoyed that music, not because it sound good, because if you're a Caribbean person, there are certain rhythms that move you automatically, because you can feel, say, it come from you. But me purposely used to get angry in my spirit every time I hear any one of them, because I know where it came from, and I know that they ripped it off and never paid homage. Point blank. So I don't enjoy it because I don't enjoy reggaeton because of that. Because I know say it was a ripoff. I'd be in Germany, I was in Europe, I'm in the clubs. They would play like two dancehall songs, and it would be like one from not Shabba Ranks, one from Sean Paul, and then they would play a Shaggy. They would play a Sean Paul and a Shaggy. In Europe, me there now. They would play a Sean Paul and a Shaggy, and that's it. You see, for the next 30 minutes straight, them have a whole reggaeton fiesta. Me just go sit down over the bar somewhere and hold a drink. And it's not like I didn't want to dance. It's like I was in Europe watching how we should have had more of that slot than the people who ripped it off from us. Anyhow, just a little bit of FYI for the morning. We have other topics we got to move into because, like I said this morning, you know, when the thing get nice, the time gets short. All right. Let's see where we start. Let's talk about the latest in... Oh, did y'all hear about... We're going to switch gears completely, so just ride along with us. Did you hear about the Jamaican, the youth that killed his Jamaican parents in Connecticut? Killed his mom and his dad in Connecticut. Did y'all hear about that story? So if you look at my icon this morning, the woman that's sitting in the chair over where you see the police officers or the court officers surrounding the guy in the white suit, because you know after you commit murder, then put you in a white suit. Yeah, the woman that you see sitting there in the chair, his mom, she is Carleen Williams. She's 51 years old. Honestly, Carleen looked like she about in her early 40s. You know, black don't crack when you take care of it. Shouted to her son for failing financially hours before he was murdered, according to surveillance footage. They have video cameras in the house, and the video cameras were running when he did what he did. He took out his mom and his dad. And remember when me telling us when my kids them they hear me sleep with my gun near me and me lock my room door and them something there? Remember when I told you all that? And some of y'all was like, oh, SouFlo, you're so extra. No, I'm not extra at all. I'm not extra at all. I don't know what it is about this new generation of people, male and female, where this trend comes from to take out your parents. I think I'm seeing it too often. And I think I'm seeing it too often among, especially people I've never seen this practice among before. You know, there's a set of twins. There are a set of twins out there who the twin brothers are can't remember their name right now, but Kim Kardashian was trying to get their sentence overturned the other day. If you can't remember the name of them. And that's the first case I saw of that. But and I was little then, growing up in America. And after that, it was like, for them people, there's something that's how we them do. If we and our parents fall out, we take on the road. We go on the road. We prefer go sleep a bush. We just don't talk to them no more. Catch on my friend yard till me make it or something. But then this new generation, they're like, yeah, we can do that too. Daddy is pissing me off. He's not giving me enough money, so I'm going to wait till he goes to sleep and I'm going to kill him. Oh, I can't stand my mom. She has so many rules. I'm just going to kill her. Like, me don't know the Hernandez brothers. It's the Mendez brothers. Not Hernandez. It's Mendez, Rizabella. It's the Mendez brothers, Senior Sexy. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, it was the Menendez brothers.
Menendez, not Mendez either. Right. You're absolutely right. The Menendez brothers. Thank you. Somebody said the Fernandez, the Frendes, the Madriguez, the Mendez. Menendez. Menendez. It's the Menendez brothers. That was the first one I saw of that. And I was like, whoa. People can't kill their own parents. Jesus Christ, what kind of... But I've seen it so much over the years after that. But now a trend is, it is among us. So yeah, you don't know which one of your picking them you done discipline or tell him, say you're not putting your foot forward. You're not elevating yourself in life. Look at how me brought my back to make sure say you had a good life. And here you are just wasting yourself away. And him take it to heart. And then him go say, but you got a life insurance policy out. And I'm a beneficiary on it. Daddy dead tonight and him go sleep. No, me I sleep with my thing close by. If you move wrong in my house and me I sleep, you see, don't come over on my part neither. They just got turned down for parole, as they should be, say Ben TV. As they should be. It was all about getting their parents' wealth. But another them we are talking about, we're going to talk about the dude that took out his 2 Jamaican parents. Everybody knows, if you are a Jamaican and you're being raised in a Jamaican household, and both of your parents are Jamaican, even the most lax Jamaican parents, even the most slack Jamaican parents that I've met, even them have rules and regulations and stuff that they want because they're trying to guide their kids the right way. Even when them in a foolishness and friggery, you know, they're trying to guide their kids the right way. I don't want you come up here and do what me I do out here. So you're going to grow up in a household that has some strictness to it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to grow up in a household that has some in there. The neighbors said that Javion, his name is Javion. The neighbors said that Javion and his mother, they would argue frequently. Her name is Carlene. And his daddy wasn't into the arguing thing, but the mother. That's another thing. When you have your son, ladies, at your yard, and y'all tend to, I watch black women, a lot of black women, they even like them love up them son them even more than their daughters. Now, I'm not telling you to love one more than the other, but I watch them like make excuses for, I don't know if it's because I'm a boy that turned to a man, and I'm like, I kind of know what's required to effectively take these steps. But I watch black women, like, especially if the dad is not involved, you know, she like overcompensates and then it turn out wrong. And or she be there like arguing with this boy back and forth till, listen, you're my child. We not arguing about nothing. I don't care. When you get grown, you could go off into the world and be like, yeah, my dad was like this, like, come in and stay there and argue with you till my blood pressure boil, your blood pressure boil. Somebody eventually gonna feel like they want to fight. Your son is a boy that will become a man. It's kind of like, and I want you to look at them like this. It's like having a baby lion. And the baby lion, the claws are not so long yet. And the baby lion is like cute and cuddly, you know, the big teeth them not come in yet, and him not so strong yet, you know. That's how you looking at your son. I want you to remember that baby lion, once he starts to grow and growl, equate that to adolescence, when you hear your boy picnic voice start change and roll him voice in your house. Yeah. And then him strength start up like a man's strength. You can't be sitting there having these kind of back and forth with him like a your man in a bad relationship. It's time for you have to put them on a track and get them the hell up out of there. Once my own them start look for me funny when time me I talk to them, I know it's time for you to go. So here's the plan. Straight out of high school, you going to somebody's college, you're going to be living on campus. This will give you an opportunity for you to like mix and mingle with others, your own peers, and network and get your education at the same time and stuff like that. You're not going to my house where me and you argue you won't go till 3 o'clock a morning because you are 19 now and your push key are coming to my house and wake me up and startle me at 3 in the morning when I'm trying to get some good sleep and stuff. No, we argue back and forth. No, we're not going to do all that. I told my boys, I said the only one that got away with not going straight into high school was my son, Farai. I'm going to give Farai a buffer period because when he graduated high school, the pandemic hit the same year he graduated high school. For the next 2 years after that, everybody was scared and everybody didn't know what was going on. And we thought that was going to be our life permanently under mask. And do I really want my child out there living in dorms, doing this, that, and the other? So he got a buffer. Everybody else after that, make sure. And I'm working with you to put you on point. So you get the hell up out my face as soon as you get out of high school. I'm not one of those parents, though, that's going to say, you are 18, come out. That's not how we're doing it. We're going to do it constructively, right? You are 18, 19, you're out of high school, you're going straight into another institution, further your education, and then you know, so you have a good footing after that where you can handle yourself out in the world, but you ain't staying around me like that. You're not me and the next big man now share house. You're a big man now. And I think that's part of the mistake that is made with. I'm not blaming the victim because things happen, right? And you can't blame a parents for loving their child so much that you want to keep them around you and protect them and all that. Not blaming them. But you got to be careful, and you got to remember that that little cute baby lion, Cubby, he turns into a big beast that's strong enough to choke your ass to death or bite you hard enough to kill you. So you have to be careful what you're doing with him, right? You got to be careful what you're doing with him. The neighbors said that the mom and Javion, they would frequently argue. Him and Carlina argue all the time, complaining about Javion stealing money from her bank account. These are the things the neighbors would hear, and they're giving an account. Always complaining about him stealing money from her bank account. NBC Connecticut reported, citing the warrant. He fled the scene of the home in his mother's car, which he abandoned in a place called Ledgewood Memorial Park in Middlebury. From there, he ran through the woods towards Waterbury, where he allegedly broke into the garage of a random home at 5:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. The neighbor did an interview, and I saw the interview, a Caucasian man. He said, I woke up, I went out, I heard the noise, I went out, and I shined my flashlight into my garage, and there he was, just waving back at me in my garage, said homeowner Jimmy Everett. And then I told him, leave. And he just stood there. And I kept shouting, leave now. And he just stood there. And I had to say leave a bunch of times, and then he eventually left. He kept saying, I'm hungry, man, I'm hungry. And then eventually I just got stern. Like, get the out of here. And he backed down, and then he walked away, and he went out of my garage. The man said when he looked, he was carrying a cake. He had a cake in his garage, in his refrigerator. You know, some people have a refrigerator in them garage. Him have the cake from the fridge of the garage. And he walked away with the cake. So I just left him with it, make him go on. And he thought, I thought to myself, he was just a homeless person who had broken into my house, into my garage. I didn't know that it was my neighbor or my neighbor's son. The police later found Adams cold and wet and disoriented, wearing only underwear and his socks. Them find him in his drawers and him socks on a boat launch on Lake Winnemog Road in nearby Waterbury. And now that area is cold right now. It's kind of chilly. The weather has changed. It ain't summer weather outside no more. And he out there in socks and underwear. When I saw his arrest picture, I could tell that he's on drugs. He's on drugs. I don't think he's just stupid and angry. I think he's on drugs too. He's now facing a handful of charges, including murder with special circumstances, murder, commission of felony, criminal use of a weapon, carrying a pistol without a permit, larceny of a motor vehicle, and criminal possession of a firearm. His bail, which he is never coming out because his bail is set at $6 million. Usually they set your bail that high when it looks like you're guilty more than anything else. But the police went to the house. The victims have been identified as 51-year-old Carleen Williams and 55-year-old Mark Adams, both from Jamaica. And charged in connection is their son, Javon Adams. The police said when they went to the house, they found his parents both laying face down with gunshot wounds to the back of both of them head. And the neighbors said, leading up to that incident, they heard them arguing over there about money. And they heard his mom specifically ridiculing him about being a failure. Like, you know, that's why nothing now going for you at the age you're at now. You should at least be doing this, that, and the other. And that led to, next thing they know, both parents are being found face down, pool of blood, gunshot wounds to the back of the head. And they have a report that shows that the 25-year-old had a long criminal history of domestic violence with more than 7 prior offenses. His most recent one was not too long ago where he choked a woman in public. I don't know if the woman, they said a domestic, and it was a woman he choked in public. So I don't know if it was his girlfriend or somebody that he choked in public, but 7 prior offenses, 25 years old. And you have this youth at your yard, always give money, because that's what they said the mom would do. She would always give him money, even when the dad was like, left him out there, make him stay out there, make him get himself together. Like his dad was trying to give tough love, but mommy used to always make sure that he was all right. You know, make sure him get him food, make sure him get some money or whatever. And then this. And then this. So I don't know what to tell y'all, man, but them kids are scary these days. Everybody is emotional. Everybody is overly emotional. Everybody is sensitive. Everybody is experiencing depression. Everybody is, it's like, it's weird how they can't, I mean, this is the generation that has the most that anybody else has ever had, including information at their fingertips and advanced technology and all these things. And yet still they're like the most unhappiest ever or the most troubled ever. I don't know how to explain it. Just be careful with them kids. Remember the video I did a long ago where I said, be careful who you, there's one that said, be careful who you file for and bring come foreign. There's another one that said, be careful who files for you and bring you come a foreign. Then there's another one that says, be careful who you let stay in your house. Because of a story we did before about the older Jamaican woman who had her son and daughter stay in our house. And then they started plotting on how to get rid of her and take over our house and all other kind of something. They didn't want to go work for themselves or do anything. And she brought them to the United States of America at a later age because she had left them in Jamaica for other people to grow them. And I said, be careful who you let stay in your house as well. It's your son, but he's 25. This ain't Jamaica. And if he's 25 and he ain't doing nothing with himself, he can't stay in my house. You're going to have to be doing something with yourself. If you're 25 and you're working and I'm helping you to plan your way into independence, then yeah. You can always come home and regroup. There's a place for you here, a safe place. But you ain't going to be living here and me argue with you about nothing. We go too far with them all the time. And I think that comes from not having so much when we were growing up, that we used to tell ourselves that when I get my children, I'm going to make sure I give them the world. And them parents that get killed, you know? It's those parents are getting killed. The ones who said, when I grow up, I have my kids, I'm going to make sure I give them the world. The same Ross Pickney where I grew up, I get the world, end up kill you because you give him the world and he want more. And you don't have no more to give him. You're dead. Sometimes I think it's good to let them suffer. You know what I mean? Like, let them feel what it feels like to not have. Let them feel what it feels like to do without. Let them feel what it feels like to see others like them who have better and look upon them and say, that's where I'm at with it. We got to start letting them feel what it feels like to be broke. What it feel like to be a little bit hungry sometimes. My kids be like, I'm so hungry. I'm like, you don't even know what hungry is. You have breakfast, you had snacks in between, then lunch, and you have dinner. And now you hungry. How are you hungry? You don't even know what the word hungry means. How are you hungry? You had about 6 meals today. Forget 3 meals. You had about 6, but you're hungry. Yeah, man. So it's them ones that are getting killed. I see. I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad for them, but there's nothing we can do but look at these people's situation and try to make sure we don't end up there, you know? Yeah. Big up to Lovely Aneka. Big up yourself, Lovely Aneka is in the building right there as well. S. Diva says, true, because when you keep giving them, they feel entitled. Yeah, when you keep giving them feel entitled, them feel like so them must get this all the time. And then when you don't give them feel like you're being vindictive when they don't even know how hard it is for you to even get it to give them in the first place. But you are here not letting them feel the pain. And they take you for granted, you know? You have more where that come from. Mama got more where that come from. Daddy got more where that come from. I know he got more. He just holding out on me. Okay, see here. We're really growing some spoiled ass kids. One more thing, and I'm going to switch the subject. I told my kids the other day, I said, I forgot where we were in the grocery store, but oh no, we were in the grocery store and I had my daughter in there, my bigger daughter, Nika, and she was like, "Can I have this?" And I said, "Yeah, Nika, you can have it." But me know said it was something that she never really want. And she did just an ox feed just because. My kids have this habit where, well, not kids, my daughter. And because she's my daughter, I told y'all already, my girls are like spoiled because I can't really say no to them. The boys, I could look at them and be like, you better not ask me for nothing. Because you're a boy picnic. I don't want you to grow up, come beg. I want your boy. You're going to grow into a man. You know what I mean? Learn to hold out. Learn to do without. And then make up your mind to work hard. So that the day will come where you can afford everything what you want. But me not gonna give you no here. My girls is kind of different, right? So she asks for stuff just because she knows if she asks, she's gonna get it. So I said to her, I said, you know, what's funny is I'm definitely raising y'all different because I knew when I was growing up, we knew that when we went to the store with them, you better not ask for a rash thing. Don't even fix your mouth. Listen, asking, right? Asking will get you because you embarrass them. That's how serious it was. Just asking and having to put them through the emotions to where they got to fix their mouth to tell you no. It would bring drama. So you better not even ask. I told my daughter that. I said, we weren't even allowed to. I mean, I knew not to even ask. Because ask is a backhand. I embarrass me in a public. I come ask me for things. And that started from my grandmother right back to everybody else. Don't go to a road with this lady and even ask for food. Grandma, me can't have one patty. She gave you that look. I'm going to beat your ass when I get back to the house. That's the look, right? Because me feed you before me leave. And you're out there going like you're hungry in front of people. You know, see, when you ask me, people, I look upon you like, oh, God, and probably not even get no food at home. That is embarrassing. So we couldn't even ask. We couldn't even ask. And we make sure now that our kids them get this and that and that and this and too much of everything. I know women in my family that treat their sons that way. Spoil them. They grow entitled and expect people to help them or do the same. Them not like me. Come me look out upon them. Call out the BS, says Haradi's daughter. Yeah, boys are different. If you're going to pamper somebody, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to pamper somebody, pamper your daughter. I'm going to care what nobody wants it. That's just my perception, right? If you're going to pamper somebody, pamper your daughter. Now, I mean, love on your boys. Love on your boys. Boys need it more than anything. Love on your boys, right? Like, emotionally invest in your boys. Love on your boys. Teach your boys. You know, hug them a lot and tell them you love them and they're precious and these things. Good. Good. But if you're going to pamper somebody like everything them ask for them get and then this, you do that to your girl. And even for your girl, only do it up to a certain age. Right now, my daughter is 11. She about to be 12 next year. She just turned 11 this year. And that's where her cutoff points are going to be. I'm slowly starting, and it's hard for me to do, but I'm slowly starting to get to the point where, okay, now I'm going to start make her feel what it feels like to hear no. Can't have that. No. Because when you raise a girl where, oh, she sees some new Jordans and she like them and she want them, that's $150 shoes. Oh, she wants some new jeans. Oh, she wants some this. She wants some that. Daddy, 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 daddy. Guess what happens later on? There's a bag of man out here. You're not going to be maintaining that girl her whole life. There's going to be a period in life where she hit that 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, them age there, 22, 23. A man, I got to start roll up her foot in a nice car. And he's promising shopping spree and he's promising this and he's promising that. Guess what? She jump in a car, she go in a hotel, and you take hoes to hotels. And before you know it, your daughter is hoeing for stuff. Yeah, she got nice bags and nice shoes because she's trying to maintain what you started. So somewhere along the line, you have to start clipping and start be like, listen, I'll get you some nice things, but here what? You're going to have to work for these things, right? Don't expect these to be handed to you all the time. So if you're, that's like one thing with me and Nika. Straight A student, honor roll student, gifted program, you deserve good things, right? Anytime you lapse in that area, don't ask me for nothing. Just like that. If she asks me for something, sometimes I'm like, that's for a child that has straight A's. When children have straight A's and they get straight A's continuously, you give them things like that because they're heading somewhere. They're heading somewhere where they will be able to afford those things one day, right? But you can't be out here making bad grades expecting me to take you on shopping sprees, buy you stuff. Don't ask me for nothing. That one hit hard for me because she is a gifted student in the gifted program. She is a straight A student. So, you know, I may not have much talk, I say all that, and then I still got to spend at the end of the day. But I'm just telling you, like, the route, you know? Kaitaja Emperor says, I have all boys, so I love them bad. Now I have 2 granddaughters that I spoil immediately. Spoil the girlies, them, man. I love my son. I love all my son. I love all my boys up. But this beggy thing. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to get hit with a copyright infringement. But just to use this as a segue before we go over into our other topic, watch this. There's a song out there with them 2 brothers here put together. I want to play this song for every man out there. I think the song is dope. Here we go. They even put a video together with it. And on that note, we're probably not going to play it. Why every time I'm ready to play something, I can't find it? See it here.
Them to go look at work. Them beggy. Every day, beggy. Every day,
listen.
Beggy. Hey, boy. You know feel up your belly. As a man, you know feel too beggy. You know good style that. Them style them already. You feel learn to a lot. Learn to go well and media. Move, man. Left them thing them to Debbie and Kim and Tish and Big Baby Shelly. Woman alone for dead credit. What kind of style that you know inherit? Hey, go and go look at what Janko. Every morning you get up your broke Janko. A people girl pitney you a look dancer. Insta, I like who no figure go fuck Janko. Hey, go and go look at work that shit. You have a phone and do a charge after charge it. A people where you walk you get up a target. Insta, but you now walk at no supermarket. And no for no hype and boat till like a walk. Broke like a dog can't buy one bulla. Well, every day I beg weed, I beg whistler. And I have friend black. Yo, you have a grabber. No, sir. It better if you turn one chopper. I'll try it on a TikTok creator. Cause me hear you say that you no big smarter. But still you want fuck off somebody's daughter. Well, go look at work, Django. Every morning you get up your broke Django. A people girl pitney you a look dancer. Insta, I like who no figure go fuck Django. Hey, go and go look at work that shit. You have a phone and do a charger.
Yo, that song here. Hey, that song you have to play at every party, me I tell you. Yo. Hey, that's how you have to play at every party, especially if a man picnic man them. No man no fair walk and beg some man. You have to go work, man. Go find something to do. Find some way to earn something. Be a trying man. You know what I'm saying? That song they hit different. Now when them hit me with the copyright infringement later, I'm gonna have to edit that out or just left it there if them want to share revenues. Like me play Isa song Preacher Man the other morning. Them take me whole 4.5 hour video. Copyright infringement. I haven't edited it out yet, but they give me the opportunity to edit it out if I want to. Right? Yeah. Go look at work, man. Go look something to do with yourself, man. That's true? All right. Moving on to the next one now. Because we don't have much time left. Noel Maitland. Noel Maitland is going to change gears with me. I'm going full speed ahead now. A forensic analyst has testified now in the Noel Maitland case. Y'all know Noel Maitland is the police officer who was dating the young lady Donnelly Donaldson, social media influencer / young businesswoman, and she disappeared after he picked her up from her mother's house and took her to his apartment. He was seen on video with her entering the apartment. However, no video footage exists of her exiting that apartment, but a coach did exit the apartment around that same time. And people at the car wash where he took the coach said that the coach came there and blood was pouring out of that coach like sangria. So here we are with the forensic analyst, her turn in court to testify in the Donnelly Donaldson case. Stoladan, you see the John Crow? John Crow dancing in the background. No man, a hard working man that are dancing in the background. You know, see a more time did round there mix. Eh? He must show you say you need to go work. All right. So a government forensic analyst has testified that someone was definitely injured inside of that apartment of Constable Noel Maitland after his girlfriend Donnelly Donaldson went missing in July of 2022. The case is currently before the courts. Justice for Donnelly. The forensic specialist took the stand yesterday and said someone was definitely injured in that apartment after that date. Constable Noel Maitland is on trial in the Home Circuit Court for the murder and for preventing the lawful burial of a corpse in the Donnelly Donaldson situation. It was the 21st of July, 8 days after the disappearance of 24-year-old Donnelly Donaldson, that a forensic team visited the apartment of boyfriend Constable Noel Maitland. You see that? 8 days after is when they finally got a forensic team into that apartment. Now, this is after multiple groups of police officers had visited that apartment multiple times. And also, Noel Maitland had been in that apartment all along and had access to it for 8 days before a forensic specialist was able to get into that apartment. Crazy. Kind of like what's happening with the young Jayden Smith now that's missing. And the police them start look for him 5 days after him went missing. Right. So a blood-stained entrance mat. The entrance mat, you know, the mat at your front door, that mat, the entrance mat was blood-stained, and 2 bloodied left foot of shoes. One was a Croc slipper that was bloody, and the other one was a pair of Puma sneakers that were also bloody. 2 left foot. Weird. The analyst told the courts that 2 kitchen knives were also found, hidden in a flower pot on the balcony near an empty dragon bottle, and another mat that appeared very out of place. Now inside, she also said a black suitcase that contained 2 panties and a size 6 dress were also observed. A baby carrier was also seen on top of the suitcase that held the 2 panties and the size 6 dress. The forensic specialist also remembered observing one of the 3 swing bar guards on the front door to the living room, that they were broken and had a missing piece there also. However, she said that there was no evidence of forced entry into the apartment, but things being broken on that part of the door could mean somebody, I'm just saying, this could mean somebody was either fighting at the door or somebody was trying to leave out the door, and those things got broken in the process of trying to stop that person to leave out the door. The 2 knives that were hidden in the flower pot outside on the balcony. According to the witness, a point of interest in the kitchen was that there was a bin, and the bin was empty, and that there was hardly any food in the fridge as well. She testified that there was a mark on the floor in front of the sink showing an empty space where something was previously located there, that like it had been recently moved. She asked why the mat was this special. They asked her why was the mat this special interest, and she said because it appeared out of place. Then she said that air fresheners were all throughout the apartment, giving off a very strong smell. And while one of the door locks were broken as well, there was also no evidence of forced entry into that room where that door lock was broken as well. The guard thing up at the front door broken. The door lock on the room broken. Miss Donaldson was a 24-year-old social media personality and a customer service representative who was reported missing on July 13th and had left her home on July 11th with Noel Maitland, according to her mom, who testified that he came to pick her up. And that was the last time she saw her daughter in person. And the last time she spoke to relatives was on the 12th. And then she was reported missing on the 13th. She spoke to her brother on the 12th on a live FaceTime video. And her brother can attest to that because they had had these conversations before from that location, and he recognized the background when asked. He's testifying from overseas. He recognized the background that is definitely Noel's apartment that she was in. Her father had sent her some money, and they were wondering how come she didn't go pick up the money. And that's where the first red flag went off. Her dad usually sends her money. He and her correspond. He would say, Donna, your money is at Western Union. You can go pick it up anytime you're ready. And she would go pick up her money. She got one of those notifications from her dad that her money was ready to go pick up, and then the money was not picked up. So her dad was like, okay, that's not like her, because she would usually definitely go pick her money up. Then she would say, Dad, I got it. And they would talk for a minute on FaceTime. So when she didn't go pick her money up was the first time that red flags were raised. This time, she's about to go missing. So a government forensic analyst on Thursday confirmed the presence of human blood on drapes, curtains in the apartment as well that were recovered from the Kingston apartment of Police Constable Noel Maitland, to include those bloody shoes. Why do y'all think 2 different foot of shoes but 2 left foot were bloody? I'm trying to think of a stance. Like the left foot of this person was forward and the left foot of this individual was forward. And those are the 2 foot that, what, I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. So testifying as the murder trial surrounding the disappearance of Donnelly continued. The forensic expert says the left drape was tested positive for human blood. She also noted that the right drape was tested negative. Even though they had blood on it, it tested negative. The courts heard that there were 6 blood-stain marks on those drapes. And when asked whether all the stains had been tested and analyzed, the analyst explained that that was not standard procedure to test every single blood stain. For our testing purposes, it is not our protocol to confirm every single stain on every item of evidence. What? However, for what was confirmed, DNA was received. The bloodstained drapes were seized from Noel Maitland's apartment on July 28th, just over 2 weeks after 24-year-old Donnelly Donaldson had went missing. There was also a cushion that was supposed to be on the couch that was visible, or was on the couch, that was visible with bloodstains also. And that was taken from the scene as well. Continuing her testimony, the forensic expert said that her initial visit to the apartment occurred July 21st, with a follow-up search again that was planned for July 27th. However, that second visit was cut short due to Noel Maitland's failure to appear. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy because a forensic expert needs to access this apartment to look and see if they can gather some evidence. Maybe there's some blood on one of these light switches, or some little blood in the crevice of a tile in the bathroom or something. But they would need his permission to go into the apartment, and they would need him to be there. This is one of the things that when we think that them need to change at Jamaica. That's just stupid. Remember, I told you all that the brother told me the other day, said, SouFLo, that's not how we do it here. I am a police officer in Jamaica currently. And when we go to a house, we sweep through the house first, make sure that the house is clear. That means we're clearing for other individuals in the house. Make sure no person not in there. Everybody is sent outside. And then we will grab the person or one person who might be the owner of the house or something and take them back into whatever room we going to search in that house. So I said, so on a car search, so suppose it's a 5-bedroom house. Y'all have enough people, because on that raid, it was 20-something of them. They had enough people to flip that whole house, right? Search every room in 5 minutes and come out. He was like, no. I said, so you have to take the one person and carry them, go every room where you search, and wait till you're done here and there. He said, yes. And that's how it's done. Well, according to her, she said she went, the first initial one, she found all that stuff I just explained, and then there was a second visit that was set up to go back into that apartment again, but that was shortcut because Noel didn't show up. He didn't want them in there. The court previously heard that Noel Maitland was arrested that same day at his attorney's office in downtown Kingston. So right after the forensic expert went in there, came back out, the second visit, he didn't show up because that forensic expert probably already went and said, listen, preliminary findings, something happened in that apartment, that there's blood everywhere. Now, furthering the investigation of the investigators, they said, probable cause, reason enough to grab him, right? Before him escape, run away from the island or something like that. So the forensic expert also revealed that the Independent Commission of Investigation, or INDECOM, had arranged to examine the apartment themselves on the 27th. And both teams returned the next day to conduct a more extensive search after Noel had been arrested. On July 28th, investigators examined a fiber barrel and they collected several items, including the blood-stained cushions and the drapes and then the shoes. The forensic analyst previously testified that based on the evidence that was collected, it was clear that somebody had been injured in that apartment. Among those items discovered were the blood-stained entrance mat just outside the front door. Okay, so listen. The blood-stained entrance mat outside the front door. If the mat is outside the front door and it is blood-stained, could it be that this is when the couch was coming out, the couch leak blood-stained upon the mat? I don't know if y'all have a front door mat, right? But your front door mat, if you just sweep off the top of it, right? Whatever liquid is on that front door mat, it could seep through the front door. Some mats, it'll seep through the front door mat and settle into the fiber of the mat lower down in the mat or under the bottom of the mat, and you won't see it unless you pick up the mat and like really look into the mat. So how would, cameras did not pick her up leaving, and cameras did not pick her up standing at his door or anything. So it's not like him can say, yeah, she cut her hand, you know, and she did a bleed and she stand up at the door and probably leak out some blood upon the mat and then she closed back the door. So I'm thinking the only way that mat could be bloodied, and it's the entrance mat outside the door when that couch was coming out. And just like the attendee said from the car wash, how the couch was bleeding heavy. Yeah. So the forensic expert also testified that outside the front door, the bloody mat. Investigators also found 2 kitchen knives, they said, that was hidden in a flower pot on the balcony, and 2 blood-stained left shoes. All those were taken, the Crocs and the Puma. That's still puzzling to me, how a 1 foot at each one. Inside there, and he had days to clean up and still miss cleaning up all that. Inside the apartment, investigators observed a black suitcase. in the living room area. This is the same suitcase that had all the stuff. But in this report, they said air fresheners were plugged into the walls near the couch area, and strong scents permeated that space. Remember how the car wash attendee said the couch did smell raw and flies did that all over the couch? Well, they will be back in court on Monday, and testimonies will continue from there. I honestly believe what I believe, and I'm sticking to what I believe, that Donnelly Donaldson was dismembered. I don't know what happened in the apartment, but if I'm to go with what my theory is that Noel struck her and killed her. Noel struck her and killed her, dismembered her to get her out the apartment. Wasn't something he planned, because if he had planned to kill her, he would have never done it at his apartment. He's a police officer. Him not stupid. Him know. Said cameras are all around his apartment area that are pointed to his door area. So he would have never walked in there with her and then have no record of her coming out on any of these cameras. You would have to set up yourself better than that if you were going to get away with a murder. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that happened like that. I think he is a spur of the moment thing. And now I got to try to figure out a way to get away. She came out that house dismembered in that couch. That's why the couch did not bleed so. And now I'm thinking about the truck. Who were the officers that confiscated that truck? Was that truck washed down anytime after moving the couch? If that blood leaked out, how else are we going to explain that blood being on the front mat? If that blood leaked out of that couch onto the front mat, that blood must have been leaking into the back of that truck as well. It's not going to leak there and then coagulate instantly by the time we get it from there, so we go put it. Because the truck driver described it as he's on, I think, the second floor, and they had to put the couch, which is a rather large sectional, over the railing and down and then get it into the back of the truck. And he asked them if they need a help, and them said, no, you stay up there, sir. So that truck probably was bleeding, or that truck probably had blood in it as well. Like I said before, he got help. He got help. He got lots of help. But the lots of help when get it still couldn't cover up everything. Yeah, he definitely got help. We're still going to say justice for Donnelly. We're still going to keep close to this story, as close as we can. And as the developments come out, we will bring them to you, keep on bringing them to you. I'm looking forward to a guilty verdict. I don't see any way that he's going to be able to get out of this. But we'll see. This is Jamaica, so you never know, right? Another thing that I wanted to talk about this morning before we got up out of here was I just wanted to let it be fresh in everybody's memory that Jayden Smith, the 12-year-old who went missing after the femur of his little cousin was broken, he's still missing. They haven't found Jayden. And Shantina Sargent, the young girl that we talked about yesterday, 13-year-old, whose stepmother said she left that house because she did see some funny things that go on with our father and the girl, and she confronted her about it, and she confirmed what she was thinking was true. So she went and reported it to the police, and the police failed her because they didn't do a job of going over there, investigating, doing a wellness check, trying to see if this little girl was okay. They just kept telling the stepmother to go get the little girl and bring her, come with you. Well, the little girl said she wasn't going to no police station. That little girl, the one they found burnt up in the fridge, in the burnt out refrigerator over Baileyston in a Clarendon, Dessa. Her daddy is still on the run. has not been seen or heard from. We were saying he's probably going to off himself, but I hope he doesn't. I hope he is caught, and I hope they can actually bring him to court and try him for what it is it seems like he actually did. Sad situation. Sad situation. The part that bugs me out is when the stepmother said, Ima explained to me, say, him going on him daughter phone and him say, boy in there. And she says, so what? So what if she have one little boyfriend? Or so what if she have boy in her phone? And then she realized, I'm jealous the father, I get jealous. And she actually said to him, like, yo, I jealousy, I get jealous over your daughter or your daughter. And burned the bed. I can only imagine what the hell that little girl went through, that the bed had to be burnt. The bed. What I would like for, I don't think there's any reward out for finding Jayden. Let's Bond TV said some of the help that he got, them people there were in the know. Some weren't. Me I go with what say Ben TV said. I feel like Noel police friend them cover up a lot of the things, but the DNA, them couldn't get past that. Them couldn't get past that. They don't put up reward for missing kids in Jamaica anymore. I don't know, but the rewards I've seen usually come from the parents or the family. Yeah. And I haven't seen any reward out for Jayden. But it's been a full 2 weeks now. Today makes 14 days since Jayden was missing. Or has gone missing. And yeah, I'm more convinced now than before. Him not there, nobody yard chilling. He's probably not among us anymore. And this story is just getting weird and weird. You know, I'm hoping that he'll pop up somewhere. I'm really hoping he will pop up somewhere. The other morning, right? The other morning when I said here, the shooting that happened in Commodore, where 5 people were killed and 4 others were injured, including, I believe it was an 11-year-old that was injured, and it was a younger child that was killed along with some adults. The one which part them say everybody did just that they chill out, relax and talk and joke and thing, and a group of men run up in a police uniform and they were like, police, don't move. And because they are law-abiding, tax-paying citizens, them never move. After the man said police don't move and nobody move, them just start shoot everybody. That's when the people them start run for them life. Well, remember what I said about the JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force? I said I don't want to hear suspect killed in shootout. Remember me said that? I don't want to hear suspect killed in shootout. Because suspect, and all Jamaican people need to know this word. I see them put out yesterday in the news that police killed 2 who are suspected of being involved in the Commodore shooting. 2 men were fatally shot in St. Catherine on Thursday during alleged confrontations with police investigation into Sunday's quintuple murder in Commodore District in the parish. Suspects. They also said that an M16 rifle was found along with a magazine and ammunition were seized. This is according to the police. Same old story. We're working off intelligence. We went into an area. We were fired upon by men. We returned fire. And when the gunshots subsided, 2 men were found suffering from gunshots. One rifle was recovered. M16 rifle was recovered with a clip of ammunition. Enough Jamaicans. Kill them, officer. Yes, good. Let me tell y'all something, right? This is what's going to happen to us. If we don't stop being dunce, this is what's going to happen to us. What's going to happen to us is when there's pressure on from the people for the government to perform properly, and I mean properly as in get real criminals with real evidence and carry them go a real court, go get real convictions. That means who get killed is justified because the proof backs up that that's them that did that. Because anybody would do that for dead. Because you can't have people like that walking around in your society. You know what I'm saying? They're going to kill again. That's where we're going to end up, right there. We're going to end up with people who don't have nothing to do with stuff like that, getting killed. Not saying they're good people. They might be bad on something else, about something else. But them don't have nothing to do with what happened to Commodore. But since them catch them already with a rifle, so them say, right? Just pin that upon them too. And people rejoice. Yes, they're doing their job. Dangerous. You see the people who kill like this? Anybody who can put on police uniform, run up on a group of people, a family, chilling in a yard and say, chilling in a them yard, hold on the collar. Hold on there. And say, police, don't move, and shoot up all picnic. Those people will definitely kill again. So when y'all get excited because the police them killed 2 men who are suspected to have been, I want y'all to know what the word suspected means. I suspect, say, you is a Batman. Proof says you've never been with another man. So you can't be a Batman. I suspect, say, you're thief from the people in grocery store. Proof says you have never even been in that area before. Suspected does not mean that's the person who is guilty of the crime. So the police them keep on a kill a bag of people and talk about 2 men who are suspected of. Not a good look. Not a good look. And again, this is not me coming down hard on the Jamaica Constabulary Force because I am one of them who I'm all for it. If force is used against people who do these things and you get the right person, what we're asking for, because I saw the Prime Minister come out yesterday to talk about people who have anything to say about the police officer them and how they are doing their work. And Andrew Holness is a master politician and manipulator as well to a certain degree, because what he's able to do is turn the minds of the people against even you. Like me now, who I try to speak out in a certain way. My intention is good for everybody across the board, right? Because we're calling for accountability and we're calling for justified killings. Here, the Prime Minister. These people who are talking all these kind of things about the police and how they're doing their job, they're not taking into consideration what the victims are going through, what the victims' family members are going through. So that makes people like us now look bad. Like, we not even care about the victim. Them. You know, sister, the woman just lose her son. You know, sister, I want 3-year-old baby them kill. You over here talk about justifiable killing them for dead. Right? Pick the people against each other real quick. I want everybody wise up real quick. And including our Prime Minister, this message goes straight to him. We need accountability and transparency. These are killings that are happening that we need enough proof say these persons were involved in that situation. If you can prove that they are the people, I'm riding right along with the JCF. Kill out the whole of them, Ross. That's what they signed up for. They're getting what comes with it. Then may the natural course take its course. But we can't sit around and say, yeah, man, big up yourself, kill more of them, squaddy. And every time is a suspect you kill. Imagine if all of us were being killed because we were suspected of. Imagine if all of us were being killed because all they had to do was suspect you of something and then kill you and it's justified. Imagine that. Imagine, say, Ben TV. Imagine Roddy's daughter. Imagine Mrs. B talks health and wellness with a twist. Imagine 5 Up. Imagine anyone in here. D. Henry. Imagine Nikki. All of us in here. Imagine somebody is coming to kill you because you are suspected of. And when them kill you, it is going to be justified because you were suspected of. I think you're going to want somebody like me around who's going to say, hey, you said suspected of. They didn't deserve to die. Did they do it? Show me the proofs that them do it. And then me can say, good riddance, you kill them. The problem is they have no evidence. Just suspected of, and it's justified. There's a whole lot more stuff that I would like to get into here this morning, but I'm not. We're going to keep it right here. It's 10 a.m. And like I said from the beginning, we were going to be done about 9:30 to 10. 10 was stretching it. We are at 10. I don't want to let you out on a bad note. So with that said, just food for thought. So you're not one of the people who are rejoicing. Because some of the times we rejoice at stuff not knowing that we are given consent to our own demise. Because it's all fun and games, you know, when it's happening to somebody else. But then it happens to you because you were co-signing it all along. That's how the universe works. And now it's not funny anymore. Now you want to cry. Now you want to change things. So be very careful what it is we're celebrating. All right? I'm going to do another video going more in depth on what INDECOM findings are of the JCF for 2025 and all that other stuff, just to keep you updated. And I'll tell you this, it don't look good. But big up to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Big up to the one them who are doing a great job, who are honest with what they are doing, because you are the ones that keep us safe. We know that there are some who we're supposed to be afraid of. You see, if you're out there, do your job, serve and protect like your oath says, we're not afraid of you and we don't have no reason to be afraid of you. We want to work with you. We applaud you. We love you. We commend you. All that. Because our safety is in your hands. But you see, the one them we're out there operating rogue. Yeah. We don't trust you and we're afraid of you for a real reason. We're going to leave it there, so. Shout out to the people going out to work, coming in from work. All those tuned in this morning. It's over 1,000 and something that you hear right now. Have a wonderful weekend. Surround yourself with people that love you, people who you love. Uplift your vibrations. Try be good. Like my granny Miss Ruby said, be good. You know, it don't cost nothing for be good, really. Be good. Just simply be good. If you can't be good, then be careful. But it's best to just be good. My grandfather, Mas Cleavy, said, I will see you tomorrow, if God spare my life. Knowing that you are not in control, you can't call tomorrow no matter how hard you try. And you can't guarantee tomorrow no matter how hard you try. You might not make it. So if God spare life, we'll meet again right here sometime soon. I will see you tomorrow, according to Mas Cleavy, if God spare life. Walk good. I'm out. Peace.